In the heart of the Mediterranean, on an island freshly named a French possession, Corsica, a storm was brewing. It was mid-August in the year often remembered as 1769. Not a storm of thunder and lightning, one destined to shake the very foundations of Europe. That storm, that tempest of ambition and destiny, was named Napoleon Bonaparte. Born into a family of minor Corsican nobility, the roots of Napoleon were humble. Yet within the young Bonaparte, a ferocious ambition stirred, an ambition that could not be tamed by his modest origins. Recognizing the boy's quick wit and fierce drive, his father sent him across the sea to mainland France, where he believed his son's talents could be honed and his future could be bright. In the heartland of France, the intellect of Napoleon found fertile ground. Knowledge to him was not a chore but a banquet, and he devoured it with an insatiable hunger. But life was not without its trials. He was an outsider, his accent a stark reminder of his alien roots. The other boys, sons of the mainland, they would mock him. Yet, instead of allowing the derision to quash his spirit, Napoleon used it as fuel, stoking the fires of his resolve. His ambition and intellect did not go unnoticed. Indeed, how could they? His abilities earned him a place at the prestigious École Militaire in Paris. His time there was brief, a mere year, yet the lessons he learned, the strategy he absorbed, would shape not only his future, but the destiny of France. As the 1700s were drawing to a close, the French Revolution erupted, a fiery testament to the will of the people. It was a time of turmoil, of chaos, but where others saw anarchy, Napoleon saw opportunity. His military prowess, combined with a keen understanding of the political landscape, turned the tide of the revolution. The young general, once an outsider, was becoming a hero of the Republic. By the dawn of the 19th century, Napoleon's power was unmatched. He declared himself first consul, effectively making him the ruler of France. But ruling France was not the end of his ambition, it was just the beginning. He began to reshape the nation, instituting laws, reforming education, and modernizing systems that had been stagnant for centuries. Yet, his rule as first consul was not enough. He desired more than power, he desired legacy. In the year often remembered as 1804, he crowned himself emperor, a title that had not been claimed in France since the days of the ancient Romans. In that moment, under the weight of the imperial crown, he forever sealed his place in history. Napoleon's ambition was not contained by the borders of France. His military campaigns, known as the Napoleonic Wars, spanned the continent. He swept through Europe like a tempest, his grand army toppling kingdoms and empires alike. But even the brightest star, if it burns too fiercely, risks burning out. After a disastrous campaign in Russia and defeats that followed, Napoleon was exiled to the island of Elba. But the eagle was not yet ready to be caged. He escaped, returning to power in the period known as the 100 Days. His comeback, however, was short-lived. After a crushing defeat at Waterloo, he was exiled once more, this time to St. Helena, a remote island in the South Atlantic. In the year often remembered as 1821, Napoleon Bonaparte, the man who had once held Europe in his grasp, breathed his last. His final words, whispered to the wind, echoed the love for his country, his troops, and the woman he once loved, France, the army, head of the army, Josephine. A tempestuous life, marked by meteoric rise and fall, had ended. Yet, the legacy of Napoleon Bonaparte was far from extinguished. Like a comet that blazes across the sky, he had forever marked his path with an indelible trail. His reforms live on in the laws of France, his military strategies are still studied in academies, and his ambition remains a testament to the power of human will. Napoleon Bonaparte, a name that rose from humble beginnings to be etched in the annals of history. A storm that grew from a whisper to a roar, shaking the pillars of the old order. A man who dreamt not of what was, but of what could be. A leader, a reformer, a conqueror, and above all, a man of undying ambition. As the echoes of his life fade, his legacy remains, enduring and indomitable. A legacy that whispers to us across the centuries, a reminder of the power of ambition, the importance of reform, and the enduring allure of power. His life, a testament to the storm that brews within us all, calls us to ask, what tempests might we unleash if we dare to dream as he did? What storms might we weather? What seas might we navigate? What new worlds might we discover? In the end, Napoleon Bonaparte remains a beacon in the annals of history, a tempest that forever changed the landscape of the world. A storm that began on an island in the Mediterranean, swept across a continent, a storm that continues to inspire, to challenge, and to intrigue. For in the heart of every storm, the eye of every tempest, there lies a world of possibility, a world that awaits the daring, the bold, and the audacious. So let us remember Napoleon Bonaparte, not just as an emperor or a general, but as a man of ambition, a man who dared to dream, a man who changed the world. As we journey forward, may we carry with us the spirit of his tempest, the boldness of his ambition, and the audacity of his dreams. For in each of us, there is a storm waiting to be unleashed, a tempest of potential ready to shake the very foundations of our world. This is the story of Napoleon Bonaparte, the storm that shook the world.